An adorable cat robot Bionicle mock? Heck yeah! On today's video, let's talk about one of the cutest mocks I've ever seen. It's got so much personality and so many amazing building techniques. So let's break down this design and give you some inspiration. Maybe some of these techniques that are used here, they could give you a few ideas for your next Bionicle mock. Here we go. This mock is titled Neko-Robo Companion and it was built by Jack Frost. This is very poseable and very well made. Let's start off by talking about this leg design, specifically the lower legs. It's just a piston, there's no feet needed. And I kinda love that. It's such a distinct and very different approach that feels so perfectly robotic. Because how good are these piston pieces? The metal spring in the middle, it adds such a nice hint of realism and this brilliant mechanical look. It's so good. So this specific piston appears in teal, and this originally came in the amazing Terracarva set. In fact, I believe this is the only way that you can get this piece in teal. I believe, anyway. Now, of course, the issue with this leg design is the fact that it doesn't really have that much stability. Having no feet means that it might struggle to hold itself up. But, you know, this cattail at the back, it kind of acts as a bit of a tripod. This way, the more fragile legs, they're not really an issue anymore, and it's actually going to be able to hold itself up. Nice little trick there. The flex tube, of course, has some sort of wire going through it. That way it's able to stay in that curved shape, and it makes it that little bit stronger. I would doubt this would be able to support that much weight without a wire. Over to the knees. Great choice to add in some of these armor shell add-on pieces in light bluish grey. It's a very pronounced knee design, and I don't know, I think that aesthetic is just very pleasing. More pronounced features is often a good approach. And side note, this piece is just so helpful. It's got such a brilliant smooth texture to it, and it can be easily attached onto any CCBS armor piece, or anything for that matter. If you don't have this piece in your collection, I highly recommend that you get some. This appears in light bluish grey on this War Machine mech. You can see it just here on the legs, although it had a sticker on it, but hey, just don't apply the sticker and you're probably going to get more uses out of it. Oh yeah, and then using some of these boat studs to attach that piston onto the leg design, it's a good idea. Using this piece helps keep the texture consistently smooth, and it does actually allow for some level of posability. Now this upper leg design, it uses quite a lot of system pieces. I highly recommend these types of pieces for your own humanoid creations. Because look at it, it mimics human anatomy really well. So what pieces are being used here? Well, the front uses these 2x3 curved slope elements. The side uses some of these wedge pieces, this is the 3-long version, and then the 4-long version is being used on the inner thigh. And then tucked into the middle is this 2x2 triangular curve slope. The triangle shape, it allows the legs to still have a lot of room to move. Smart. Yeah, system curve slope pieces like you're seeing here. Some of the best pieces. Use them next time you build a Bionicle mock. Moving on up to the torso design. These pistons at the center of the waist, I think they're very fun. Great to see more of these springs being included in the design. Now, Jack told me these springs come from this Lego piece right here. These are some of the spring-loaded shooter pieces. You load in one of these trans-clear elements and you can launch it out. Now, as you'd expect, if you take this piece apart, well, doing so requires you to break the piece, sadly. But inside the brick you'll find one of these springs, and you can use it on a mock. I mean, it's technically a Lego piece, but it's not exactly purist to do this. Still, you gotta admit, the end result looks fantastic. And I love that springs are being used across the entire character. There's actually another one of them on the tail. Using springs as a consistent design element across the entire character? Genius. Oh yeah, and then a pink Lego Friends bow on the top of the torso? Super cute. And honestly, magenta, teal, white, with a few highlights of grey? What an adorable colour scheme. These colours go together so well. And mate, the best part about this mock, the face. What an original and creative idea. A TV screen with cat ears and a robotic display that has these like text-based facial expressions. Fantastic. So what are these prints that make up these expressions? Well, they come on an old Lego set. It's a business card display holder. Inside it, you got heaps of these letter and number tile pieces that were printed on black 1x1 tiles. Dude, these tiles were so frickin' good. Sadly, this set and these tiles are so frickin' expensive today. But look at all the different ways that Jack has used them to give this character all kinds of facial expressions. This just adds so much personality to this mock. And there's so many different text-based facial expressions out there that you can give this character. Such a good idea, so delightful. Moving back down to the arms. The upper arm design I think is very clever. It's using the helmet of a classic spaceman. Then inside that you tuck in some of these studs or the bar handle on the edge. It makes it posable, it makes it well armored, it looks good. Then from this bar connection we move over to a 1x1 rounded cylinder piece. Attached onto that is one of these inkwell pieces. And the bar connection from that inkwell, it links up to this clip element, and to cap it all off, you got one of these 1x1 clips, which leads into the lower arm. It's nice to see how this was made. It's fairly slim and thin, and it doesn't use too many pieces. And I think it looks brilliant. Now, this hand design. Once again, a more slimmed down approach, and one that differs from the very traditional Hydraxon posable finger design that we see all the time on mocks. This one uses these clip pieces as fingers, good idea, but the thumb is different. It's using one of these stud pieces with a bar sticking out of the side, we spoke about that piece before, and then the thumb is attached onto this mixel joint, and the fingers, they link up to the bar part of this piece. Simple, but elegant. Maybe you could give your next creation a hand design like this. Yeah, there's a lot of great techniques packed into this wonderful mock. And actually, it's gone on to inspire a ton of fan art. For example, a builder known as Magmafrost, they have a cute little chibi version of this character that they displayed next to this mock at Brickvention. So adorable. And you know a LEGO mock is good when other companies make bootleg versions of the character. You can see that bootleg right here in this image. Here's a little side-by-side with Jack's mock versus the bootleg. Now, did the company ask Jack for permission before they made this product? No, they did not. Kinda scummy of them to do that, but hey, you know, imitation is the highest form of flattery, so. There you go, that's a closer look at all the techniques and brilliant designs that were packed into this phenomenal and adorable mock. Nice work, Jack. I really like what you've done here. So if you enjoyed looking at this creation, maybe you should check out some of Jack's other work. I'll have a link to their social media in the description below. I'll also have a link to Magmafrost's Instagram page. Go and check out their other stuff. They make a lot of cute creations as well. Thanks for watching, guys. Happy building, and bye for now.